The evening was chilled with spring winds, but inside the lavish ballroom of the Carlton Grand, everything sparkled: laughter, jewelry, champagne. People mingled, posed, whispered. Among the rich and powerful, David Carlton stood in a tailored black suit, stiff, silent. To the world, he was invincible, a billionaire, CEO of a Fortune 100 company, and a man known for his calculated mind. But inside, he was broken, his heart anchored to a hospital bed and a fragile 5-year-old girl. Emily. His daughter. His soul. His everything. She had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer 8 months ago. And now, after endless treatments, surgeries, and silent prayers, the doctors had finally said the words he had dreaded most. "We're out of options." Emily had little time left. Perhaps weeks. Perhaps less. David had sat beside her earlier that day, holding her hand, barely breathing as she whispered her latest wish. "Daddy. I want a mommy, just for a little while. Someone to kiss me goodnight. Tell me bedtime stories. Be there when I wake up." David's eyes had welled up. "Baby, you had the best mommy in the world. She's watching over you from heaven." Emily had looked up with tired, glassy eyes. "But I want someone here. Like, real. Can we borrow someone?" He didn't respond. He just held her tighter, something twisting in his chest like a blade. That evening, David showed up at a fundraising event, but his heart wasn't in it. He left early and wandered to the restaurant lounge downstairs. That's when he saw her. Sophia. She was gently talking to Emily, who had come along with the nanny. Sophia was new, a temporary waitress filling in. She wasn't laughing to impress. She wasn't posturing. She was simply present, kneeling beside Emily, offering her juice with a playful grin, asking about her doll like it was royalty. Emily giggled. David stared, stunned. That sound, her giggle, it had been months. He stepped closer. "Emily, you're smiling." "Daddy. This lady is nice. Can she be my mommy?" Sophia froze, standing up awkwardly. "I'm so sorry, sir, I didn't mean." David interrupted her with a strange look in his eyes. "No, thank you. For making her laugh." That night, David couldn't sleep. He paced, remembering his daughter's words, and that waitress's warmth. She was ordinary. But something about her felt right. And so, the next morning, he did something outrageous. He showed up at the diner where Sophia worked. She was wiping down tables, hair in a ponytail, apron stained with coffee. She looked up, startled. "Mr. Carlton. I need 5 minutes." She hesitated. "Okay." They sat. His offer was simple, yet shocking. "I want to hire you. To be a mother figure to my daughter. Temporarily. I know this sounds insane. But she's sick. She doesn't have long. She asked for a mom. And you made her smile." Sophia blinked, stunned. "You want me to pretend to be her mom?" "No. I want you to marry me." She stood up in disbelief. "What? Legally? Temporarily? A marriage of convenience. You'll be compensated. But more than that, you'll give her something I can't. I've tried everything, Sophia. This is all she wants." Sophia's hands shook. "You don't even know me. I saw enough. And what about love? Dignity? What will people think? I don't care. Just say yes. For Emily." Sophia sat down slowly. Her mind screamed no. But her heart whispered something else. She had seen Emily's eyes, kind, fragile, full of hope. And Sophia knew pain. She knew what it was like to grow up motherless. Finally, she spoke. I'll do it. But not for money. David looked up, stunned. Then why? For her. They married quietly. No press. No parties. Just a quiet courthouse ceremony, with Emily in a little white dress, beaming with joy. The mansion transformed overnight. Sophia moved in. At first, it felt strange, her sleeping in a luxury suite, walking past priceless paintings. But every night, she read Emily bedtime stories, brushed her hair, and kissed her forehead. And Emily? She blossomed. She painted again. She sang silly songs. She clung to Sophia like a lifeline. David watched from a distance, silent, careful. One night, Emily had a fever. She was shivering, eyes dull. Sophia didn't sleep. She sat by her bedside, singing lullabies, wiping her forehead, praying under her breath. David joined her at 3 a.m., slumped on the floor, watching. "You're not just pretending anymore," he said softly. Sophia looked at him, eyes red. "I never was." As days passed, something unspoken began blooming between David and Sophia. He started joining them for breakfast. They talked, first about Emily, then about life, books, memories. He discovered she loved old jazz, wrote poetry, and had once given up college to raise her brother. She discovered he wasn't cold, just grieving. Lonely. Tired of being worshipped for his money instead of his soul. One afternoon, Emily fell asleep in the garden, curled between them. David looked at Sophia. "You changed everything." Sophia smiled sadly. So did she. Then came the hospital call. Emily's condition had worsened. The doctors were preparing them for the end. They moved her into a private suite. Sophia stayed by her side constantly. One night, Emily woke up weakly, smiled, and said, "Mommy, thank you for coming." Tears ran down Sophia's cheeks. She held her close. "I love you, my sunshine." David turned away, wiping his face. But then, something impossible happened. Emily's condition stabilized. 1 week passed. Then 2. She responded to a new trial unexpectedly well. Her body, once too weak to fight, began resisting. The doctors were stunned. "It's rare, but she's fighting back. She wants to live." And she did. Months later, Emily walked out of the hospital, hand in hand with Sophia and David, into the sunlight. The world rejoiced. But something deeper had healed too. David called for a formal dinner one night. Just the 3 of them. At dessert, he stood up, pulled out a small velvet box, and knelt beside Sophia. This started as an arrangement. But it became a miracle. "You gave my daughter life. And you gave me, love. Real love. Will you marry me again? This time, for forever?" Sophia couldn't speak. She just nodded as tears streamed down her face. Emily clapped with joy. Today, David and Sophia run a foundation in Emily's name, helping children without mothers find loving homes. Their story became a whisper of hope, proof that love can be found in the most unexpected places, that kindness can heal the richest and the poorest alike. And sometimes, the most powerful marriages don't begin with love. But they create it, one heartbeat, one bedtime story, one selfless act at a time.